How's it going? Bit of a little mini aquaponic update. We've lost a couple of fish over the last week or so, just goldfish. Still not good to have any fish die. I am thinking that maybe it's just the fact that they're goldfish, that they're carking it. The jade perch are eating fine, the goldfish appear to be eating fine, and then I come out the next morning and they're dead. Two of the larger ones, which came from the Aquaponic system, so it was quite possible that they're suffering injuries from some mishaps I had with the Aquaponic setup. The other one I found this morning, so he was actually in a tube down the bottom of the tank. So we'll have a bit of a look at them and then I'll show you the water tests. Well, these are the two fish. This one here was actually in one of the pipes that I have in the bottom of the tank, so if he'd stayed in there and rotted away, it could have caused me a few issues with spiking nutrients. And I also found this little fella here and this little fella here, both half-eaten firetail gudgeons. They were in the bottom of the tank as well. So that's now 3 goldfish. The firetail gudgeons I'm not too worried about because I think the goldies have pretty much all finished them off quick smart. So, but still, not a good thing to be happening in the system. As you can see, the eyes are nice and clear. There's no marks on the skin. There's no discoloration. No infections. The gills look nice and pink, so I don't know if you can see in there. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. We did have water temperatures down to below 10 degrees last night, so that could have something to do with it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, not a good thing. There we go. And we'll suss out these readings. Let's grab my little charts. I'll do it down here in the shade, hey? So, there's our ammonia, and there's our nitrite. And the winner is, on the nitrite, on the ammonia, pretty much all between 0 and 0.25 parts per million. And the nitrite is down there at trace. So, there's nothing wrong with those levels with these guys. So not too sure what's going on. I am really hoping that it's just previous damage done to the fishes while they're in the Aquaponic setup. So it's a bit of a shame, but that's life, I think. The jade perch, we'll have a look at them. So there's the perch, freaking out mildly because I got the lid open. None of them appear to be crook at all. None of them have got any blemishes on them. They're all eating fine. They're feeding pretty much well in the afternoon. Nice big one there. Feeding pretty much all in the afternoon and not in the morning, so yeah, I think the perch are alright. I think it might just be something to do with the goldfish. So like I said, it's a bit of a mystery. Well, I've gone upstairs and had a cup of coffee and had a good look around a few internet sites. I don't have any books on goldfish, unfortunately, but there seems to be no real rhyme or reason as to why these guys have perished. They should be able to handle 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees centigrade water conditions, so it's not that. The pH is fine. The only thing I'm thinking, it could be when I had the old Aquaponic system, I accidentally dumped in a whole heap of clay that wasn't cleaned properly and the water became brown with the fine particles of the clay. The larger fish, they could have had damaged gills and just they came through last winter fine, but it might have taken a toll on them this winter. So that's about all I can come up with, unfortunately. While I was upstairs, Bianca rang, and one of her workmates has a nice big pond, so she's quite happy to take these goldfish, so we're going to ship them out on the weekend. So hopefully they'll do a lot better in her little pond set up in the sun than down here in the shade in this sump tank. So I'm still after ideas though as to what it might be. There's people out there who've had goldfish a lot longer than we have. Another thought that crossed my mind is maybe it's inbreeding. If anyone does have any comments or suggestions. Oh, the other thing, I've taken out the pipework that was in the bottom of the sump tank. I didn't want any of the fish, the other smaller fish, if there is something wrong in there, dying in there at the time being, slowly breaking down. I think they release sulfur dioxide as one of the gases they give off when the carcasses break down, and I definitely don't want the fish being poisoned with that. And they also do release a load of nutrient, nitrogen or nitrate, ammonia, into the system as well, so I really don't want that extra boost in there at the moment. So if there is any comments, anyone's got any ideas, just drop in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Any other questions or suggestions, throw them down there as well. I'm going to have a bit of a play around with the system. I've already been, as you can see over my shoulder there, Yeah, that shoulder there. I've been trimming back a few of the plants in the system today. Their celery, some of the cores were getting a bit rotten in there, so we've harvested them and got them upstairs for dinner. So I'm going to keep playing around a bit down here, and yeah, I'll catch you all later. So I've just popped them down there underneath this kaffir lime tree, and that way they can keep giving to the garden. Thanks, fish.